Film and TV is filmed right there. Those sets were supervised in 2008 by Steven Spielberg, Academy Award-winning director. But he's not the only legendary director we've worked with here at Universal.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real, right?
To see the DeLorean from Back to the Future, you can see that at the NBC Universal Experience on the lower lot of our park. These Flintstones cars are just glorified golf carts made to look like prehistoric automobiles, whatever that means. And no trip through our picture cars would be complete without talking about the Fast and the Furious franchise, the most successful franchise in Universal history. Fast 6 broke the Universal in our Jurassic Park films. These cages look empty. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the dinosaurs are out filming the 4th Jurassic Park movie, Jurassic World, due out in 2015. So that's something to look forward to. I don't know why else the dinosaurs would be out of their cages. Oh, I guess they're just hiding in the bushes. Look out, cars 2, 3, and 4. You might get wet. We got some spitters on our hands. When Steven Spielberg first started here at Universal, he was 21 years old. His first job was to take Michael Crichton, the author of the Jurassic Park book, around the studios, give him a tour. 20 years later, the men would work together on the film. So you never know what exactly will come from a Universal tour. Now, some of these trees you see are not real trees, but actually styrofoam made to look like real trees. This isn't a Hollywood effect we do here. We have
fog and precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Isla Nublar. That's your forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neck of the lot.
All right, let's take a look at his weather advisory. It says, flash flood warning in Old Mexico. Well, we're in Old Mexico, an area of our lot we've used in Three Amigos, starring Chevy Chase and Martin Short. We've also filmed Big Fat Liars, starring Amanda Bynes and Frankie Muniz out here. And there's that rain that Al promised. It's not real rain, obviously. It's an overhead sprinkler system that shoots water straight up into the air so it can fall back down to the ground naturally. Sometimes we add a little bit of powdered milk into the rainwater to give it a thicker appearance so it appears on camera better. If you're taking pictures right now, you may notice that the rain is hard to pick up on the camera. So we add the milk to make it a little more visible. We've also used this area in Community, in Indiana Jones, and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's a lot of use. Everybody dry? All right, let's get out of here. I'm going to show you what that on New York streets. Another area we film in quite a bit, but that we've been filming in for a long time, is this, 6 Points, Texas. This is where some of your favorite cowboys moseyed on down the street. Jeff Bridges, John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, all are no strangers to this area of the lot. Another famous guy, though not necessarily a cowboy, recently walked these streets as well. Take a look. Duck decides to swim by, which you can see on your screens. It totally destroys the illusion. It works like a big library. You push a cart down the aisles, you take what props you want. Each prop has a barcode, so you just check it out and return it when filming is over. Now, we use props often in the next area of our lot. Welcome to Little Europe. Remember how I told you the world was literally around the corner on our back lot? Well, that is especially true right here in Little Europe. We can make this look like Italy, France, Germany, wherever in Europe we need to be. We do this by using just the right props and by changing the language on the signs. This is a historic area of our lot. We've used it in a lot of our filming, including Cinderella starring Brandy, all of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, episodes of The Mindy Project, and True Blood have filmed out here. True Blood brought monsters out to this back lot, but it's not the first project to bring monsters out here. In fact, this is a very historic area of our lot. We filmed many of our monster movies out here. Off to your right-hand side is the Court of Miracles, where our monster movies got their start.
Think of universe, what we think of monsters.
Dracula, Frankenstein,
The Wolfman.
Bride of Frankenstein. The Mummy.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame,
The Invisible Man,
Phantom of the Opera,
Classic films. They're just brilliantly made.
that Frankenstein image, flathead, bolt.
it's one of the great icons of the world. That to me was like the essence of the universal horror film.
A hot set, meaning it's ready to go, ready to be filmed in. Basically, everything's set up. The lights, the cameras, the set itself, the props, the billboards, the signage, the mailboxes, the newspaper stands, ready to be filmed in at the drop of the hat. The director could call action at any moment. That's weird. A little Southern California tremor. Just sit tight. We'll be out of here. Okay. In just a moment, folks. Just try to sit tight. I don't know. John, can you get us out of here? John? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. Hold on to your neighbors, folks. This could get messy. Everybody okay? I think that's the end of it. John, can you get us out of here? Oh, no. Oh, no. This is not good. Let's see if I can fix my, I think we've made it, folks. Give yourself a round of applause. You just survived earthquake. The big one. My friend George is just diving in the water, giving the beach one last comb over to make sure it's okay for us to go swimming again. Hey George, how you doing? You guys see George right outside that police boat? Oh no, I see a fin. I see a fin. This cannot end well. George, look out. George. Yikes, he is not listening to me, and he is officially being eaten alive. Lovely. Just wonderful. Great. Oh, there's his blood and guts. Children, cover your eyes. This is not a pretty sight. Don't worry, we're on a tram. We're safe. The shark can't get us. I mean, we're sitting behind some flammable gasoline cans. What could possibly go wrong? Right? Look out, car 4. Now that mechanical shark you see right there worked a whole lot better than the shark they used during the filming of Jaws. They took that mechanical shark to the Atlantic Ocean on the first day of filming. And Burt Reynolds' Best Little Whorehouse in Texas musical movie. It's a practical set. We can film inside and outside. It actually comes apart like a real dollhouse would, so we can film from any angle we need to. It's been used in episodes of Desperate Housewives as well. Speaking of Desperate Housewives, do we have any fans on board? Because we are about to enter the mecca of Desperate Housewives. Welcome to Wisteria Lane. You're going to notice a lot of familiar houses, beginning with this tan house off to our left-hand side, belonging to Gabrielle, played by Eva Longoria. Next door are Bob and Lee's Lilac House, used in the final seasons of that show. And next door to that, this yellow and stone house was Susan Delfino's house, played by Terry Hatcher. Across the street is Brie Vandecamp's Perfect House, played by Marcia Cross. And off to your left-hand side is Lynette's house, played by Felicity Huffman. Now, originally, the houses ended after Lynette's house, but between seasons 1 and 2, with the success of the show, producers decided to expand the neighborhood to this cul-de-sac. They even built this little play area for the children of Wisteria Lane.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
rapidly grows in the East Coast, so our set designers had to come every day and paint on flowers to our set. Now this area has been used elsewhere, like that blue building off to your right-hand side was the original fraternity house in Animal House, and off to your left-hand side, this green building or house was used in episodes of Matlock. Michael Bublé was recently on our Wisteria Lane filming It's a Beautiful Day, his new music video. All-star. Props, they're not real, don't worry. So this is Whoville, built with over 2 million linear feet of styrofoam and enough fake snow to cover 9 football fields. They use almost 2,000 candy canes during the production of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Those Who's had to put up with much more than a Grinch. That's because they live next to a psycho. I'm talking about the psycho, Norman Bates from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Welcome to the Bates Motel, and just up the hill is our Psycho house. These are 2 of the most legendary sets still standing in Hollywood today. What should I do? Alfred Hitchcock wrote back saying, I suggest you have her dry cleaned. Now Norman Bates is scary, but he's a little bit too scared to come into the next spooky area of our lot. Welcome to the set from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. Off to your left-hand side, you'll see a real Boeing 747 airplane purchased by the crew, airlifted here for $200,000 because the plane wouldn't fit under the California highway overpasses. We're stopped here for a minute so you can get up and take some pictures.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Stephen had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't.
And outside, it's been used in episodes of Coach, starring Craig T. Nelson, and Desperate Housewives. Those Desperate Housewives really got around the Universal front and back lot, didn't they? Just beyond this cabin, you will see a big blue screen. It's sort of hard to miss. One of the biggest blue screens standing in the world today. We use this in many film and television projects. Take a look at your screens to see what it looks like on camera. We use CGI or computer-generated imagery to superimpose any image we need to on that blue screen. There's a big concrete basin in front of the... So, with the combination of the reservoir that we can fill with water, dirt, or sand, and the blue screen, we can make this look like any horizon, ocean, whatever we need it to look like. Whenever we can't build a set, we just use CGI to make it look like any set we need it to look like. We filmed the amazing Superman, Spider-Man out here, Oh Brother Where Art Thou, the Hulk, Van Helsing, Bruce Almighty filmed out here. We paint it either blue or green depending on the needs of our movie. Why blue or green?